Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome back to another video on my channel here. Now in today's video, guys, I'm going to be bringing you an offensive money play right here out of the guns, height, slots formation. Now I'm in the Kansas City Chiefs offensive playbook here today, and we're going to be going over the play drive trail. Now, guys, this play is actually pretty good, and I'm going to be breaking down about 3 setups that you guys can use to win more games with this play and in this formation. Now, not as always, but I will be going ahead and trying to leave in the pinned comment the formations that this play is in, that the offensive plays are in, so that you guys can go and build a scheme around it or see if you are in like chance playbooks and whatnot. So quickly, guys, though, before we get in the video, if you want to check out my 2 most recent videos, the first video, I went over a really good money play out of the Carolina Panthers playbook. I believe it was Gone Way Off Trio Week. And then the second video I did was last night, and it was a pretty good defense out of the nickel 3-3-5 formation, and we went over cover 2 man. So if you guys want to check that out, card in the top right of the screen. But guys, without further ado, let's go ahead. Let's transition into the pre-play adjustments. Okay, guys, so I'm just going to get straight to the point. You don't really need to make any adjustments right here. Now, I am using the Bears right here on offense, and really the only adjustments I would make if I were you, I can't make these adjustments, but what I would do is in these positions right here, just have guys that can catch the ball pretty well, that are somewhat the same overall as your players. So just make sure that the best players are on the field. So like Anthony Miller and Darnell Mooney, they will do just fine. And then we're actually going to throw Jimmy Graham at tight end here. I don't know why Colcom as the starting tight end, but that's not for me to judge. But pretty much right here, just make sure your best receivers are on the field and make sure they have pretty good pass catching stats. I mean, Anthony Miller and Darnell Mooney, and then obviously Allen Robinson should be just fine right here. But pretty much your gun tight slots to play is going to be drive trail. Now you're going to see with this play, you actually have a pretty good, blank canvas to work with right here. You have a corner route and a Texas route by the running back. Those are routes that you cannot hot route normally to in the game. You can only get them if you have hot route master, and they come stock in not a lot of plays, so this is actually very good. Also here, you also have a flat route right next to the corner route, which will actually do a pretty good job of getting the corner route more separation and giving you sort of a high-low read on that left side of the field. And then you also have a drag by the far right receiver, and then the tight end is on an in route. Now, you can go ahead and run this play stock. It's not a terrible play to run stock. However, I'm just going to be showing you guys about 3 setups that you guys can use with this play. So pretty much that's going to do it. So let's just go ahead. Let's hop into the play right now. We're going to come out in some random defenses. So once again, here, as I mentioned, this is going to be the base play. Pretty good, and it's not that terrible, but we are going to be making some adjustments. So the first setup we're going to do is going to be very simple. All we're going to do is we're going to throw the tight end here on a curl route, which is going to be wire triangle, A or X, and flicking the left stick down. So basically right here, this is going to be the base setup. I mean, it's not that hard of a setup, just one adjustment. Very simple offensive play, but you actually have a lot of options. You have first of all, in the middle of the field, your opponent's user has to make a choice. Does he go with that flat route on the left side by wire triangle? Does he stick with the drag? Does he go to the Texas route? Does he go to the curl? It's basically forcing your opponent's user to make decisions on what receiver he wants to go with, but in turn, it's going to leave another receiver open. And then also you have that corner route on the left side, which is actually a pretty good corner route. So we're just going to hike the ball real quick. Really, you just got to make a read out of this defense. We're going to see right here, we're just able to bomb the coverage here, and we're able to throw it to right bumper R1, which is going to be the running back in this case. I'm just going to run it again. This looks like a cover 3 defense. We're going to hike the ball. We're going to see that Y is going to get open, and that is a linebacker in that spot. So he did not get a great animation, but if you are playing somebody who sub safeties in at linebacker, you might want to watch that throw. But you're seeing right there that we're finding a receiver open pretty consistently on this play, and even more receivers were open too. If we were to go into the instant replay, that I bet it would show that there would be more receivers open on this play. So definitely some good stuff here. So now we're going to move quickly into the second setup for this defense. So how we're going to do this second setup here is we are going to go and we're going to put the tight end here, which is A. We're going to throw him on a flat route. Now, how to do that? You're going to press Y or triangle, A or X, and then press the left trigger or the L2 button. So you see now he's on a flat route, which basically means he's going to be running to the sideline. It's very similar to the Y or triangle route. And then what we're going to do is we're going to throw this B receiver or O receiver. We're going to throw him on a smart routed out route. Now, how to do that? You're going to throw him on a normal out route, which is going to be Y or triangle, B or O, flick the left stick to the right. So you see how that route was going about 5 yards. But then when we smart route it, which is going to be Y or triangle, B or O, and then right bumper or R1, you see that now he's going about 11, 12 yards up the field, which is what we want. Basically, we're going to say to our opponent, okay, if you go and cover the lowest player, which is going to be the tight end, if you try to cover the flat, then that out route is going to be open. So basically, we're sort of giving my opponent a pick your poison kind of thing right here on both sides of the field. And then you obviously have that Texas route, which is going to be your good equalizer right here in the middle of the field. So pretty much here, we're just going to try to make a read. We're going to hike the ball. You see that right here, right away, we have the tight end open. That wasn't really the best decision by me, but you see that he was open on that play. So once again, here, we're just going to throw the tight end on the flat, and then we're going to smart route, out route, this B receiver. We're going to hike the ball. You're going to see right here that Adam Robinson actually got some decent separation here against Kevin King, and he was able to make a pretty good play on the ball. Now, guys, in terms of the third setup right here, what we're going to do is we are going, and also too, I forgot to mention here, in the second setup, if you guys have like a hot route master as your quarterback, or if your outside receiver is like an outside apprentice or a route apprentice, you could actually throw him on a corner route, then you'd have a double corner route setup, as well as a double flat route setup. So kind of keep that in mind. But here we go. This is going to be the third and final setup. What we're going to do on this play is we are going to throw both the A or X receiver as well as the Y or triangle receiver. We're going to put them both on hitch routes. Now, how to do that? You're going to press their icon. So we're going to do Y or triangle first. So we're going to double tap the Y or triangle button, and then we are going to press the right trigger button for a hitch, or R2, and then we're going to do the same with the tight ends. So Y or triangle, A or X, and then right trigger. So you see now we have them on that double hitch. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take this X receiver, or our X or square receiver, we're going to motion him out to the right side. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to make this corner route into a post route. So you see right here, you have a lot of options in the middle of the field. Also, too, you have those two hitch routes in case anything goes awry. You can just dump off, get your 5 yards, and move on to the next play. So pretty much right here, you have this setup. We're going to hike the ball. You see right away, we have Y wide open here. Now, remember, when you're throwing to these hitches, you want to low pass it, which is going to be holding the left trigger button as you go and press the icons to whoever you want to throw to. So here we go. We're going to run the same setup one more time. We're going to throw both the Y or triangle and A and X receivers on hitch routes, and then we're going to take this X receiver and we're going to motion him outright to make it a post route. So here we go. We're going to hike the ball. You're going to see right here on this play that we're actually going to get X open. Now, unfortunately, the pressure was too much for me right there, but you see that we would have had him open on that play. But guys, that's going to do it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please make sure to smash a like on the video. Let's trash 5 likes. You guys are awesome. Take care. But most importantly, stay classy.